one of the best parts of Season 4 of Young Justice, as many fans have gotten a chance to get to know the planet of Mars in a way that most DC Comics fans and almost all animated fans have never gotten the opportunity to do. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about Young Justice Phantom's Mars, the 4 alien races, and how each of them, although very similar, all have a unique feel, role, and history. Now, before we dive in, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. Also, don't forget about the big giveaway. We got a PlayStation 5 to give away at 25,000 subscribers. All you need to do to get in on our giveaway is be a subscriber and leave us a comment. Also, while you're at it, check out the Buy Me a Comic link down below. It's an easy way to support this channel with a tiny bit of pocket change, all while creating zero new obligations for yourself. We really appreciate it. Well, I have to say, Season 4 of Young Justice has been pretty great so far, and one of the best parts, at least in the first couple of episodes, is the exploration of the Martian races and their culture. DC Comics has a long history involving Martians, and although it has been retconned and moved around quite a bit through DC history, there's no way to separate DC Comics from Martians in general. Now, Young Justice, as of right now, has established 4 different groups of Martians, so I thought we could take a couple minutes to talk about each group and their role in that society. Sadly, it appears Martians are a lot more like humans than you would expect, and you see a lot of similar societal problems existing on the Martian landscape. Now, the ethnic majority on Mars is the Garoon, and these are known as Green Martians. Fans should be pretty familiar with Green Martians because John Jones, the Martian Manhunter, is probably the most famous. Now, interestingly enough, in the comics, the Green Martians were a race of philosophers and artists, but in the world of Young Justice, they're not really more pacifist than any other group. As a matter of fact, their treatment of the White Martians as a race can be downright barbaric, and well documented and understood by most Martians on the planet. Now, the ethnic minority on Mars is the Ahashin, also known as the White Martians. Probably the most famous White Martian we know is Miss Martian, who's actually not just a White Martian but is biracial. But throughout the world of Mars, White Martians live a little bit of a different life than the rest. Even though all Martians have the ability to shapeshift, there's still a great prejudice against the White Martians among some Green and the royal faction known as the Red Martians, who we'll talk about in just a second. The White Martians are clearly aware of their plight on the Red Planet and seek to change the status quo. This is clearly going to be a big part of the upcoming season, and I suspect we might see a seismic shift on Mars. Now, one of the interesting additions to Young Justice this season has been the Red Martians, the Bala Den. Now, in the comics, the Red Martians were introduced in Gem, Son of Saturn, and they were actually a clone of the Green Martians placed on Saturn as workers. Now, in the case of Young Justice, at least on Earth, or should we say Mars 16, they represent the royalty of Mars. Although it does seem in this season of Young Justice, Gem is attempting to level the playing field for everyone. Probably the most unique new addition is the Yellow Martians, also known as the Alon. They are actually unique to Young Justice and are a race of Martian priests and priestesses, which are held in very high regard by all the other Martian races. Actually, any Martian can become a Yellow Martian by joining the clergy and undergoing a ritual that permanently changes their yellow skin. Actually, Yellow Martians did appear in DC Comics once, many years ago in a single issue of Wonder Woman as the agents of the Duke of Deception, but this is long-lost DC comic lore. Now, I suppose Greg Weisman and team could have some other Martians planned for us during Season 4, but I don't think so as of right now, and the plate seems pretty full exploring the various aspects of Mars. The planet itself clearly is going to play a big role in Season 4, and I'm curious how much actual time we're going to spend there. It has been pretty cool exploring Mars. I wasn't very familiar with it outside of Martian Manhunter lore, and I've had a pretty good time seeing some of the different aspects of the world. What do you guys think? How do you like this exploration of Mars in Season 4 of Young Justice? And how do you feel about the factioned nature of the Martian race on the planet, since they all are actually shapeshifters? Sound off in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you press like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you're not getting any updates. Peace.